Oh, this is the place where I killed the shipwright. He's still dead. I actually perma-killed him.
Yeah. So there is a spell that the negate protection spell actually removes traps from chests.
That seems kind of important, Dag. Well, I don't know. The traps aren't that bad, really. Everything's going great. The worst part is I'm just going somewhere I've already been, so, like, what's the point? I guess I can use a view general down there to see what else there is to see. And no one important had to die. It's nothing! Nothing.
You might have already said this, but Alzarath made a joke in chat about possession and when it ends.
I made a joke about how terrible of a joke that is. That's the only joke I
Fair
made.
enough.
Now this level, I know very little about because pit traps. Yeah. Look at all them ladders. Snakes and ladders.
Chutes and snakes.
Do I want to go down right now? Let's just finish exploring this floor for the sake of it. Interesting, those are both ways up. I could have noticed that before, but chose not to. Turn tail and run, turn tail and run, everything's going fine. Sure, let's climb up. Oh no! Huh.
This is a curious room.
Well, if I could blink, then presumably I could get across? If you can blink in battle, which you couldn't in the previous game.
Well, also, I wonder if you need to, like, produce light or something, because it looks like there's light around the torches, but it's dark in the middle.
Well, so what I was just trying there, just walking up, I was wondering if, it was just dark, but it says it's blocked.
Well, it could be dark and blocked, and you need to go around the sides instead of up the middle or something like that. In other words, it could be that it's a hidden maze path. Or it could just be like this is one of those rooms that's accessible from 4 areas, but you can't actually get past it.
Yeah, but it's interesting because I climbed there. There's nothing in any of these directions.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Notice how we've eaten no food, by the way. What are the ingredients for one to blink? Oh, you can't mix in battle anyway. I assume blink involves Mandrake Linux Gaming Edition. Silken moss. Oh, that doesn't take much. Okay, I might be able to blink.
What? Oh, blink? Yeah.
In pour. I doubt this is gonna work, but I just can't think of anything else. Failed. Just failed. Huh. I mean, there's obviously some trick I'm missing. But hell if I know what that trick is. I'm like, utterly confused. Protection, invisibility... No clue. No clue. Well, I appear to be utterly stuck.
Have you tried using up at the ends of the passageways?
That is a good question. Yeah, as far I don't know of anything, but let's try uppin'. Let's try uppin'. Apparently I should have bought a lot of silk and blood moss since everything is made of them. Cool. You have plenty of Her Majesty's points? HP for hit points and HM for hit magics? Failed. Well, time for yet another hard reset. I think, I don't know what I think. I don't know what I think. We're just gonna keep on exploring Deceit, because everything's been going real great so far. Everything's been going fine, we'll just keep exploring Deceit, and everything's great. What? There's a tree right here? On the first freaking level?
Well, you haven't tried a tree in this game yet.
But I know they're gonna kill me. They're not putting me to sleep.
Yet.
Yet. I mean, they may or may not be as threatening as the previous trees, but they're still impossible.
Well, as long as they don't put you to sleep, they're actually way easier than a lot of the other enemies you've been fighting.
Yeah, if they don't possess us, how about that?
Yeah. Although Shimino might want to get out of there.
Shimino's fine. Everything's great.
Define fine.
Almost dead. That's what fine means, right?
I think so. See, these guys aren't so bad.
They're worse.
They don't say that they cast sleep or anything. It says that they have a magic special attack, and then they have a 25% chance of dropping treasure chests.
Which is to say, 100%. Oh, maybe, okay. Maybe the way it works is, like,
If
in
one
any
drops
given...
it, they all drop it.
Yeah, like, in any given battle, this kind of enemy has this chance.
Yeah.
But if any of them drop one, then all of them drop one.
Yeah.
That would be quite silly.
But
At least
also,
it makes sense
I could
for trees to
understand how
turn
that
into
would work.
wooden chests, says Specklad. Yes, so much sense. I mean, this treasure alone is worth the expedition. I should just leave and save now. Magic bow! Okay, whoa. Whoa.
Magic bow.
That made it even more worth the... What? There was a chest in the chest? There was a chest in the chest with a bunch more crap in it.
Is it possible there were two trees on top of each other and you killed both of them and didn't notice?
It's entirely possible. I don't frickin' know. Ring of Regeneration? What the hell? What is this stuff?
So...
A second Ring of Regeneration? I'm on the first floor, yo.
But you fought trees and didn't run away.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking either. There was a pink tie in there too, says Specklight. Oh god, I got afraid because it didn't seem like it was loading. Which thing is the pink tie? I think the potions are the pink tie. And leave! It's just like, here's a magic bow for no reason.
Definitely want to save that progress. And Shimino didn't even die.
And no one had to die. Do you know how trees connect to the internet? They log on, says Jared in chat, in definitely that exact voice.
Thanks, Jared in chat!
It's not as funny when you...
The magic bow is indeed the second best ranged weapon in the game. It is tied for the longest range. There are two things that make it worse than the magic axe. It's not quite as much damage, and it still requires arrows.
Right, yeah. But I also think that it hits more often than the standard bow, which is good. I mean, at least I got treasure out of this ambush. Lots of treasure.
Did you get treasure from everyone?
No.
No. Okay.
Our obviously wrong logic was obviously wrong.
Actually, what's interesting though is that when I was reading the list of monsters, they have one column that says max N, so max number, and max N for headless is 8. Maybe you fought more than 8. I don't know. But what my guess is that they spawn in groups, and you can have more than one group. And so groups will all share treasure or not treasure.
That's an interesting thought. It could easily work that way. Well, that was a very successful ambush. And now to attempt to rest again. I pressed ready, because I can't remember that rest is hole up. An apparition! Somebody's gonna level up! Elf V is level 4!
Wow, finally.
Shamino actually got healed because, she is level 4.
Nice. So progress is being made, even if it didn't seem like it at first. Speclad, the highest end for any monster is, the slime and bat.
Hey! You've strayed from the path of the Avatar! Stop being a piece of shit!
And Mongbat, which are all 16.
I mean, all said and done, that was an enormously successful 3 minutes in a cave.
Yes, especially given that the other 3 hours in caves have been the opposite of that.
Yes. That was so successful that I can't decide whether to actually go back in or to just do something else now. Apparently I've decided to do something else now. We have already done that one. Should sell your riches and re-equip, says Speclad. Probably. I don't know if there's any re-equipment that's actually worth doing.
Alright, I found the spell, finally. And it does require Nightshade. But you can buy Nightshade.
Do we remember where you buy things like Nightshade?
I feel like it was... Moonglow?
Really? That simple?
I think it was something pretty simple, like surprisingly simple, but
yeah, I do remember it just being
magical.
for sale somewhere, but I guess it would have just been Moonglow. La 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 la. Nightshade, 16 gold for each mushroom, yes. Mandrake, 17 gold per root. Okay, I have 5 of each, that should hold me for a while.
Oh, do you want to know that spell, by the way, before you leave, in case you need to buy more reagents?
Yes. Which spell are we talking about?
The one, the charm spell also turns out to be the anti-charm spell. Let me double check with one more thing. Let me double check with one more. Okay, yeah. So it says for the charm spell, it's negate a creature's freedom. A most effective tactic to use against enemies is to charm members of their party to work against them. However, this spell is most difficult to apply, where it could be of the most help against the most diabolical creatures, those of superior intelligence. Control of a charmed individual is limited to fighting and moving. It does not extend to use of magical or special forms of attack. This spell can also be used to bring back party members after they have been charmed by a foe.
Interesting. I guess it sort of makes sense. It's like you're charming them back to your own side.
Exactly. It's Pearl, Nightshade, and Silk. And the word is axe. A-X-E.
Just having a chat with him because he was there. Unfortunately, this magic query, that's the word, doesn't sell much other than Mandrake and Nightshade. I think they only sell, like, garlic and ginseng or something, so... Ginseng, garlic, spider silk. What was it that it needs?
I think... Oh, ash and moss.
Yeah, so none of those.
Which you can get.
Yeah. I can get those, just not here.
Yeah. You can get both of them in either Scarabray or you.
You know, we haven't even gone to Scarabray. Let's see if we can go to Scarabray. It should be possible to get there. It's all fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna go around the north end of the continent. We'll stop off in Minnock maybe and just like chat with people. Information is progress in an Ultima game. Lessee, thy kindness is only exceeded by thy virtue.
Hey, that's a way to become more virtuous. By the way, I do know about the virtue system in this game. I haven't said anything because I don't know if it's a spoiler or anything.
I assume it's largely similar to in 4.
So I think in 4 there was like separate like stats depending on which virtue you were talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for confirming that there's not. Shenstone wanders at noon at Minok, which I tried to spell Mionk. See thee again soon, governor. Okay, this is a healer. Well, but they're off. Oh, this is the place where I killed the shipwright.
Ah.
He's still dead. I actually perma-killed him.
Yeah. I will note, by the way, not at all related to what you just discovered, but I will note, by the way, that I was actually right about something, about the amount of levels you lose when you die.
It's half.
No. I was right when I speculated something else.
Oh, it has to do with your virtue?
Yep.
Steal all your food. Steal all your food. Gonna take all this food. Hey, I just stole all your food. How do you feel about that? You feel like dodging me is the main answer to that question. A mystical woman dressed in meager clothes. I run the poorhouse, right? Thou in dire need of food? No, I just stole all your food. Thanks.
So I tell you something about virtues, and then you immediately go around and steal all the food.
Yes. So the only thing that affects your virtue in this game is if you steal food. Is that what I'm learning?
No, what you're learning is that there's only one stat for virtues, and everything you do will hurt that one stat. Everything that you do negatively. So basically, I think you've been pegging your karma at 0 this entire game, and stealing food is not helping you. Especially after immediately giving money to that one guy who gave you information. It's like, well, I just gained a little bit of my karma back and immediately steal all the food.
And say goodbye to karma. Everything's fine. Everything's going great. Tell me the mantra.
By the way, I don't actually know that stealing food reduces your karma. I'm just assuming that.
Problem is worsened with the taxation and inquisition. If only Lord British could return. Dost thou believe he may still live? No. I give such rumors little hope. I cannot help thee with hope. Oh, well, yeah, okay. Fair enough. I perma-killed the guy here.
I hope you don't need him.
Hope I don't need him. He was just a shipwright. There's another place with shisps.
Well, he was a shipwright who was holding a
slaver.
slave,
Yeah. He was he deserved death.
Yeah.
That probably boosted my virtue a lot, killing someone in his sleep.
Yeah, and then you went and stole all the food and ruined it. What now?
I said... Well, we had a nice little vacation in Minok, and learned that we should probably stay here until noon, but I don't want to. But counterpoint...
Counterpoint Scarbray. I mean, every city's going to have important information. We can always come back for this important information later.
Exactly. Thank you for justifying my poor logic. The magic bow missed. The magic bow missed. It sucks.
I don't know why you think that there's an accuracy difference.
Because it said so. Because that's how it described it. The person who sells the magic bow says rare is the time when the magic bow doesn't hit its mark.
That is true. That is what they said. I guess there's no actual indication on the site that I'm looking at of accuracy. So, which made me think that there's not actually a difference in accuracy.
Hostess. Do I happen to know Hostess? I doubt it.
You're gonna need to, at some point, organize your notes.
Organization is for cowards.
And you're Hostess. A coward, so...
Ba-ba-ba! Ba-ba-ba! Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba! The altar speaks, and a quest is ordained! 'Tis now thy sacred quest to go unto the codex and learn of the weakness of the unjust. Have I already done this? No, I don't think so. It's just very similar to all the other ones. Learn weakness of unjust. Ooh, I haven't heard this part of this song.
Oh yeah, stones, yeah.
You really go under the codex sometimes, says Veclad. Yeah, probably. Magic axe, it's in you. 1340.
Yep. Well, you're halfway there.
Now, thanks for nothing. Oh my god, stop dodging my custom! I'm gonna sell some of the shit that I carry around even though I don't need it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, I don't understand why you're carrying a bunch of this stuff around.
I don't think this is all gonna get me over that. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, let's do it. Let's buy a magic axe. Why the hell not? Wow, he sells like garbage and a magic axe.
Yep.
It's all trash except for the magic axe.
Now,
no more bow for you.
Who will you give the magic axe to?
Obviously the protagonist.
Obviously.
Talk to this door. Just have a chat with a door.
As one does.
As one does, if one is an idiot. A hardy blacksmith who we obviously already know. Tell me the mantra!
Wow. So, probably... Wow. So, if you mention the right person here...
We already know this mantra, and we probably learned it from him. I was just randomly going.
Satan told the...
No, I told him that the mantra itself
yeah.
told us to get the mantra from him.
Yeah, this elf V is the one that says, "And my axe."
Never let the guards get anywhere near you. You will regret it. Oh no.
You will regret it.
Okay, that guard did not get near me. It's the middle of the day.
But we know that the alchemist works late, so...
That's true. Let's see what we can steal from the alchemist. Virtues for cowards. I forget that, like, when I say, oh, we can quickly stop by, that's a total lie because everything takes for goddamn ever.